Hey everyone, I'm back. I am going to be working with the scrapbooking kit for the mood board. If you haven't got the scrapbooking kit, it has AB Studio, Shabby Love Symphony in it, and these are some really great papers. AB Studio always has such great designs. And I really love that you'll get the AB Studio or Minty or non-US papers quite often in Kim's kits. Plus, as a bonus sheet, this is also from the scrapbooking kit, but it's I Love You. Yeah. So, I mean, if you're a fussy cutter, it has some nice things to fussy cut out. I'm not a fussy cutter, but I like these, so I may have to suck it up. Anyhow, those are the papers. Those are the papers from the kit. And just real quick, because if you've seen the other videos, I'm sure you already know what's in the kit. There's this shutter from Prima, and these chipboard pieces from Creative Embellishments, and these 3 flower packs from 49 at Market. So that's what I'm working with for the mood board, and I already kind of know what I'm going to do. I just have this 12 by 12 chipboard, which I'm pretty sure it came off of a paper pack. I always say it's nice and it's thick. I don't want to use corrugated for what I'm about to do because it's going to involve large amounts of glue, so therefore large amounts of moisture, and to put paper on top of corrugated, the moisture just makes everything corrugated. And well, in some cases that might work. I don't want it for this. Anyhow, I'm almost entirely certain I'm going to be working with this sheet from the pack. I think. But I'm going to use the shutter around there. Let me see. I may be mixing things up a bit here. Alright. I have picked my first, we'll call it my first background paper. And apparently I need to do a little trim along here. And now, and I'm using this because I'm going to weigh the paper down, and then I'm going to want to move it so I can have my desk back. So first things first, I'm going to coat all of this in a PVA glue, just some PVA. And even though I probably don't need to, I'm going to weigh this down, at least for a little while, because I really want to make sure that it's as flat as can be. While I'm letting the background dry, I will start my fussy cutting. these 3 sheets are from the Shabby Love Symphony. So I'll be cutting parts from these, and I will also likely be cutting parts out from this bonus sheet that was in the kit from I Love You. If that's what it says, I Love You. But I won't make you watch me do all that fussy cutting. So after I get some parts cut out and the background glue has had time to dry, and at least I'm pretty sure it'll stay flat, I'll be back. I let this dry, and I sprayed it with some workable fixative. So, because I may or may not use like watercolors or something like that on it. I haven't quite got to that part yet, but I wanted to be prepared, and I didn't want to use gesso, so I used the workable fixative. I have cut up, well, a lot. I cut up a lot. Like this is one sheet, and this was one sheet, and I started on these, and I have these, and I got tired of cutting, so I figured I'd see what I had, and if I need more, then I'll deal with it then. I decided not to cut this sheet, so this isn't in there. All the fussy cut pieces are from the paper pack. And then there's this. And this is actually going to be like a main staple. Sort of. But I'm going to tear it. I'm going to tear like across the center. I'm going to arrange what I have, see where I can go with it. I'm finished with it. These right here are from my stash. They came in the the December 2019 scrapbooking kit. And I'm probably this sort of all came about when I remembered I had these 2 extra birds. Okay, this I'm trying to leave together. I really like how that set up, and I'm going to use one of these creative embellishment pieces from the kit behind it, but not like this. I'm gonna put, well, I don't know yet. I think I'm gonna put embossing powder on it, but I don't know what color. Alright, you can see it's working. This top one is a creams in daffodil, shimmers creams daffodil, and then the purplish is milled lavender distress oxide, and then the other yellow is an aqua hues crazy daisy. And the daffodil kind of has a little bit of shimmer to it, well, when it was wet. I only have these 2 because I'm not sure exactly which one I might like, but I do know I like the milled lavender. So I'm going to start with that. And I'm going to do layering. And in between the layers, so it doesn't reactivate, I'm going to put more workable fixative. Okay. Then, before it dries, I'm going to do like, I think it's the packaging technique. I think that's what they call it. I'm just going to smush. So that's what I'm going to call it. Alright. My workable fixative is dry. The milled lavender is dry. And then I'm gonna do this, the yellow with the packaging technique also, but I'm gonna put it on the package first, I think, this time. Alright, I gave that coat of the workable fixative time to dry. It only takes a few minutes before you can touch it and work with it. And the next thing is going to be the placement of this. And I'm not going to like attach it completely. I'm just going to put a thin line of glue across the center just to hold it in place, because I will be tucking some of the fussy cuts in, and I just want this to stay put. Set that aside to give a chance to dry. Now, to think about what color do I really want this. I'm going to do it in Buttercup. And there's two coats of the embossing powder. And now to slowly but surely start trying to place things. When I get back, after this is set up, and I'm not worried about things falling off anymore, I'll be able to arrange the flowers and fluff them better. Right now, everything I touch tries to make it turn, and from what I can see, I think I did a pretty good job getting it on there straight. So I'll be back probably tomorrow. I have been looking at this and thinking that it is just too flat over here. So I went through my flower stash and I found flowers that match. Like these are 2 packets of the same, but they're the same blush color. And then I have another one of these vines. And then I have the just pale lavender blooms. So I have flowers that are the pale lavender, which is the same that came in the kit, and the blush like came in the kit. So I thought that was convenient. I think these were all from previous kits. Kim puts tons of flowers in her kits. I have a fantastic collection for times like this when I decide I need extra flowers. This one I actually bought by myself, so I do buy my own flowers periodically. I don't usually have to though. Anyhow, so I'm gonna probably have to finagle some things around, but I can fix these flowers now, and then I'll start placement. Alright, this is done. The only thing that would be left is to find a shadow box to put it in, hang it on the wall. And thank you for joining us here at Tres Jolie. We hope you enjoy the videos. I hope you enjoyed this project and that it gave you some ideas on what you can do with this month's kit or these colors. And stay tuned, subscribe to the channel, get notifications so you can see the other designers and our other projects, and I'll see you next time.